Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Sheetal, and I'm going to speak on development of e-content and MOOCs. And the last 5 sessions I've been sitting through have been very enriching for me to understand that how do we make use of the digital technology, and how do we actually deliver the content that we are making for students in such cases or in such circumstances. However, what I'm going to speak on is a different vantage point in which I'm going to talk about that how I'm utilizing my role as a content developer for MOOCs, and it is on Swayam platform, which you have been knowing that Swayam is offering online courses, massive online open courses for students and learners throughout the country. So I'm going to talk about how we develop e-content and what are the benefits of these e-content for us and for the learners. And my vantage point is that I have been running 2 courses at the national level for NCERT, which I'm going to discuss with you. And later on, if you are interested, so you can also be part of these programs. Is my PPT displayed on the screen?
Not yet. You need to just share screen once again, and
I think I need to share screen once again. Is this desktop one?
yes, you can use desktop one.
Open system.
And after selecting, like, you need to click again on share.
Okay.
3 clicks are required.
Desktop.
After selecting desktop, you need to click on the right side at the bottom.
Open,
you have another
yes.
button called share.
Okay. There's some.
So total 3 clicks are required. First, you will click on the green button.
Yes, now.
And then you select desktop or the presentation. Yeah, it's being shared now. And now you can just make it a full screen show of your presentation.
Can you see this development of e-content for
Yes,
MOOCs
yes, we
platform?
can see.
Okay, this is the one, and I'm going to put it on display mode. Just give me time. Now, I'll begin by saying, you know, the more you sweat in peacetime, the less you bleed in the wartime. And this is the reason that, you know, why suddenly we have realized the importance of online learning and various pedagogies we have been discussing about, because we were not prepared for a situation in which such kind of circumstances can come into existence and suddenly we have to go online. So why I say this, that MOOCs and the Swayam platform was existing for a long period of time. And if I introduce Swayam to you, this is a program initiated by Government of India in order to achieve 3 cardinal principles of education policy, which is access, equity, and quality of education. And the objective of this effort is to take the best of teaching and learning resources to all the people, including the people, those who do not have access to good quality teaching, or those who are not part of school system or education system in any case or at any level. So they can access and they have a quality education delivered to them at any point of time, whenever they have time to access it. Now, what are MOOCs? I'm trying to establish some of the fundamental concepts which are utilized in this entire package. So MOOCs are the massive online open courses that have open access and interactive participations by the means of web. We are using internet technologies and web as a platform in order to construct these courses, design these courses, and deliver to large number of people. And MOOCs provide participants with course material that are normally used in a conventional education setting, such as lectures, videos, study material, interactive quizzes, problem sets, and all these things. One more thing that is part of MOOCs, apart from the normal package, is the distinct element is the video part, in which a teacher delivers as a form of video. And then there are other 3 quadrants which are supporting what has been delivered as a video to the learners. Now, what are the benefits of MOOCs? First of all, we have to understand. Now, first, I will say that Swayam is not a response to the current situation. It had been existing for a long period of time, since 2015 when it was initiated. And even prior to Swayam, there was an attempt towards digitization of books, which I'm going to share in some point in the due course of discussion. So it is not a knee-jerk response to the situation that we are facing because of virus right now. These are the permanent and lifetime resources which are available for any learner. You have to just enroll on going onto the platform, enroll yourself, and then you have a wide range or array of courses from which you can choose and actually become a learner of that particular discipline or course, irrespective of science, arts, humanities, mathematics, whatever, even yoga, nutrition, all kinds of courses are existing on MOOCs. Now, the entire package of MOOCs is delivered as a module which we'll discuss, but these are very short and crisp resources available to you. And the reason is that why I call them as short and crisp, because they are offered to you over weeks. Say, for example, when we say MOOCs are being developed, usually they have 40 weeks time schedule if the course is offered to you annually. But if in case it is offered to you semester wise, which is a half year, then you have 23 weeks courses. And then there are shorter courses also, 8 weeks duration, 10 weeks duration. So we know that the module is going to come to us or will be given to us regularly. It's not one time that you have all the modules listed, but then they will be uploaded on a weekly basis. Then all these modules are topic based. And the beauty of these modules and the way these courses have been developed is that you can read one module independent of the entire course, but at the same time, the module is also connected to the entire scheme or the syllabus. Say, for instance, if I talk about French Revolution as an event, you can read module on French Revolution as an event, watch a video, use resources and all that, and also integrate it with the overall course structure of, say, history course, which is being offered to you. Along with this, another important aspect is that it is interdisciplinary in nature. Say, for instance, if I take once again example of French Revolution, this can be accessed by students from sociology, from political science, from linguistics, from area studies, international relations, history, anthropology, those who are interested in it. So it does not get restricted to a particular disciplinary boundary. However, if you scroll down through the number of courses and if you have a look at courses, you can find that your interest area in which you are interested can be found on Swayam. Now, this is also used for enhancing additional knowledge. Say, for instance, if I'm a learner of area studies and I've never ever studied history in the way historians study it, but if I come across a Bolshevik revolution or an instance of any other glorious revolution or French Revolution, such small modules help me to generate additional information and which is very useful for learners. Say, for instance, if you can't have access to good resources or learning material or library, you can always log on to Swayam and find the topics which are relevant to you. And for that case, there is a concept of concept mapping. And I wanted to make that, but then I could not do it. But if in case you can see me, I use this board. And then if in case this concept is, I begin with, say, sociology here, and I write social change here, and say institutions here. Then in institutions, I write political science, political institutions here, then say caste here, and over a period of time, and economic institutions here. So what do we do? If we do like this idea, the entire big chart you can fill, and all these concepts, say political institutions, caste, then it comes to inequality, marginalization. This is the way you can develop a concept map. And these concept maps are very interactive in the sense that it's not necessary that it begins with sociology, but then it includes economy, economic institution, political science, and then may be connected to democracy, courts, conflict. So you have to establish this kind of linkages between different concepts that we use in major disciplines, and then they cut across beautifully. Say we can come on to social policy, then social policy to what kind of initiatives government has taken. So it is enhancing knowledge in a very comprehensive way. Then since yesterday we have been talking about many platforms and emerging security concerns, and there is no security concern in Swayam because you are a user, you log on, you have a login password and you can download. And there is a formal structure to SWAYAM with NRCs, which is National Resource Coordinators, CC, which is Course Coordinator, SMEs, which are subject matter experts, reviewers, and institutions, etc. So these are some of the benefits that we identify with SWAYAM platform and MOOCs courses offered on it. Now, quickly moving that it attempts to bridge the digital divide among students who have not been having access to quality education. So these are some of the objectives. And ministry had started this in 2015. The idea was floated, and the first year they had given for preparation, and then over a period of time it was realized that it is a very big project. It requires more amount of homework done at the institutional level. So the courses and the dates were shifted for a semester, and then from 2017 onwards, it was quite functional and many courses were uploaded. Now, once again, I would say that from class 9th up to graduation and higher education, the courses are available on different platforms. And there are 9 NRCs, which I'm going to discuss now, who are offering various types of courses. Now, I told you about digitization of books. And this is something which is very interesting. This SMS came to me yesterday. And why I'm sharing this SMS with you on screen is that prior to launch of SWAYAM or MOOCs, NCERT particularly was engaged in the process of digitization of books. And what was digitization of books? Because I was part of this project since 2012, NCERT, with the help of CIET, Central Information Education Technology, they were translating all the books. They were converting all the books into digital component like video lectures. And I can share a list of video lectures with you for which, I was chosen as a resource person to deliver lectures in the field of sociology and political science. And so far, these lectures were shown on some of the TV channels like Doordarshan, Swayam Prabha, Kishore Manch, and all these. But yesterday it was said that since there is a lockdown, students do not have access. So these classes have come on Tata Sky, Dish Channel, Airtel, Videocon, and they have mentioned, all these channels on which these videos of particular chapter will be broadcast throughout the day. It happens on Kishore Manch and other channels, but now they have brought it onto the popular media and the service providers. Now, the courses hosted in SWAYAM are in 4 quadrants. There are 4 components of it. The first one is a text module where we write about, say, if my topic is French Revolution, or what is sociology, or define political science, or what is anthropology, or what is quantum physics, I have to prepare a text module of 3,000 to 3,500 words, up and down 200 words. And this has to be uploaded as a reading material, which is a text module. The second part of this is that on the basis of this text module only, you have certain self-assessment questions. The questions are based on the text that you have provided in the first one, text module. And then you have certain web links and resources that if in case you want to enhance your understanding about what has been given to you in the text module, you can refer to these links, which are actually under the license of Creative Commons, and something which is easily accessible, because we are still talking about disadvantaged sections, those who do not have access to libraries, central libraries like JNU or other libraries. So easily findable, easily accessible resources or web links. And then a video lecture, which is the most important and the most attractive part of the MOOCs program or SWAYAM. Now, this is how I demonstrate the 4 quadrants, and we may discuss them in detail in a short time from now. And then there is an online discussion forum. And online discussion forum is established in order to clarify certain doubts. And every day, a particular subject at NCERT, they have an online live program going for half an hour. If in case you have 500 students registered for a particular course, then you get a teaching assistant who is going to take care of the emails that you get every day, and also answering the questions if in case you clarify the doubts to the person, and he or she can be of some help to you. Now, there are 9 national coordinators, and the list is this. There is AICT, which is on self-paced courses, NPTEL, UGC, CEC, NCERT, NIOS, IGNOU, IIMB, NITTTR. And these are the 9 national resource coordinators. What do we mean by a resource coordinator? That they particularly say, if I talk about NCERT or UGC, they are looking into that level of education according to the syllabus prescribed within that level, and then they get all the resources. They are responsible for identifying resource person, constituting teams of subject matter experts, reviewer, and they have the responsibility of running these courses in coordination with the course coordinator. So how it functions, I have made a small chart for you that online courses will be made on SWAYAM through a national NRC and a PI. Now, how it happens? These are some of the guidelines which you will find on net when you open the website of SWAYAM. But I will come to how it happens. A national resource coordinator has a list of subject areas. Say UGC has number of subjects, humanities, science, non-science, and other subjects, linguistics. Similarly, if I talk about NCERT, we are offering 24 subjects: physics, chemistry, bio, accountancy, economics, sociology, Urdu language, health and nutrition. All these subject areas are identified. In every subject area, you have a course coordinator. So as a course coordinator looking after sociology subject, I constitute a team of subject matter experts. Who are these subject matter experts? The subject matter experts are the people, those who have been into the field and have established credentials that they have been teaching this course or this subject. They are masters of this subject. And this involves the course coordinator. This involves the module writers and also the reviewers. It is not that I decide something, I write all the modules. No, you cannot write more than 8 modules. And then you have a team to write modules in which you distribute along with the course coordinator. You decide who's going to write which module. And then every module is reviewed by another subject matter expert. And then you have a production team. Why do we need a production team? Because both your e-text and the video has to be enriched. Suppose I'm going to present a video to you. So the video has to be enriched and the entire work is done by the studio which is involved in doing all this. So the production team of the e-content also, of the assignment, of the uploading, of editing, pre-shoot and post-shoot editing and all these things. Then the module is developed once the course coordinator along with SMEs decides that, okay, we are going to make 23 modules and 4 modules are allocated to SME 1, 2, 3, 4. Then every SME is going to make 4 quadrants: text, assessment, resources, and videos. This is how it goes. Now, this is again one of the charts which shows NRC, then subject or subject areas. And under this, you have a PI, principal investigator, stroke course coordinator, subject matter experts, and reviewers, the team which does it. Now, before I come on to the details of this, I'm coming to something that why we are doing, what is the benefit to us also as producers or developer of contents. Somebody in the previous presentation or prior to that was asking about the API scores. This is what we get as API. Many of us are at the assistant professor level stage and we need to have our promotions also. So in the bottom, you can see e-content developed in 4 quadrants per module is 5. And then this is, if I show you the next for sciences and for social sciences, per module you get 0.5, and MOOCs developed per module or lecture is also 5. And if you look at this, then the modules are considered to be as a chapter in an edited book, and accordingly then you are being given scores for it. So it helps you in getting your API scores also, and the visibility factor is definitely associated with it. Now, coming on to this part, e-text. E-text is, once again, as I discussed with you, is a small 3 or 4 page write-up in which you decide that what are the various important aspects of that particular, say, idea or concept you want to present to the learner. Say, for instance, if I talk about social stratification, a concept in sociology in which we talk of inequality and exclusion of people. Then how I define social stratification, what are the various perspectives on social stratification. Then I think that, okay, in 3,500 words, I've been able to only suggest students about what is social stratification and what are the various criteria or examples of social stratification. Then you can have caste, you have tribes, you have gender. Then in other modules, I can treat this as module 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, which is of this kind. So for every then module or a topic, you have a different e-text or a different module. And then the idea of enrichment. I don't know how will I share some of the files with you, but the enrichment part is somewhere where for how long you can see me, that's the idea, because we are talking about a learner who is online with you. So how long he can look at you, he needs to be, given certain change of visuals that is coming. So when he is reading or when he is looking at your video or she is understanding, that it has to be supplemented by, say if I say heritage buildings, then couple of instances or pictures of heritage building. Or if I say about social inequality, then some of the activities have to be inserted where a person is given a stimulus to think about, imagine, look around your activities, identify these activities. So we do this. In resources, we have web links and resources, but the main task is to consider the accessibility of these resources. Never ever something which is purchasable, something which has to be subscribed, something which is a 1 month trial, or something where you actually cannot have physical access to the building or to the resources. So you have to give resources which are free for all under Creative Commons. There is no issue of copyrights, but you have to actually quote or refer to or take permission if in case it's a copyrighted material and you think that it's necessary to be given. Then there are self-assessment questions, and the type of questions are, they cannot be descriptive. They have to be one word, either fill in the blanks or true and false, or choose among the following. So India gained independence 1947, 48, 49, 50, something like this. Dash is father of sociology. So August Comte, Emile Durkheim, Weber. So you have to have only one word type of answers. The form may change, rest of the things may change, but they have to be one word or short MCQ types. Number of questions are around 12 to 15 questions based on the e-text only, the information which is available in e-text, or maximum if you want to make it more challenging, then from one of the resources or two of the resources that you have mentioned as the resources. Then coming on to the fourth part of it is about the video part of it. And for video, the three components which are mentioned in these circles, the PPT, the and the recording part are very important. Now, for PPT, you have to be ready with the points. And I'll share another file with you. Maybe I can forward it to Sonu, and then as a coordinator, Sonu and Shandar sir can forward it, because you have email IDs of all the people. And you can forward it to others, which clearly states, the guideline states that your PowerPoint has to be just the points. You are not supposed to read from the teleprompter. And if in case you want to have some idea about this, we may discuss them later on in Q&A, that how these points are made. You have to be rehearsing them, that, okay, if I'm talking about social inequality or caste system, what are the 5 points that need to be discussed, say, in 5 minutes? The video is for half an hour, but not necessarily at half an hour you stop. It can be from 25 minutes to 32, 35 minutes. Absolutely no problem. And to my surprise, once again, the picture where I talk about this end of bipolarity, this is part of digitization of book project. So when Swayam was launched in 2015 and there was a problem in recording of large number of videos for modules, then we thought of using the same videos in some cases, that, okay, module is about end of bipolarity. Can we use the same module? The same video for the respective module? Initially, they said yes, but then the guidelines which I'm going to send to you, they even describe the quality of it's not standard definition, it has to be high definition, then the equipment that needs to be used, the editing formats and all that. So the technical specifications are very, very, very detailed, and this is why we actually just cannot repurpose the content. We had thought of initially repurposing it, using it on a different platform, but then it was denied, and later on we had to actually record other videos for the same kind of content. So you have to have points where you do not read from the teleprompter. You have to rehearse that, okay, I'm going to speak for 5 minutes non-stop without saying all these things. And then how am I going to actually add audio visual content in my video? Say, for instance, for how long you can see me. Fine. So if I'm talking about war, or if I'm talking about the Berlin Wall, how am I going to show my learners about these? So as a course coordinator or as a module developer, you have to look for significant audio, visual, video, or pictures or images that can be inserted at the point of time where you think they are appropriate for the learner to see. And when you have a picture inserted, in the background, your voice goes on. And even if you have access to, I'll share a couple of videos with you later on that show that, fine, 25% of the presenter is there. Then you have some important titles coming onto the screen, and then sometimes some points in detail, and then the pictures and the videos. The next part is the team that records. And studio is one of the important thing that, you, if in case you are thinking about developing, you can talk about e-content and rest of the things, but then how do you record? Because the specifications are so high, you need to connect with one or the other NRC where you have a studio. And by others, I mean the people, those who are part of the editing team, they have to be in sync with you. Suppose I say, all right, at this point of time, I want 5 minutes of this video to be inserted. So you have to have that coordination with the team, which is the post-production team. And they are actually working on the final product, which is going to be displayed. And it includes your cameraman, it includes your makeup artist, it includes large number of people, which are part of production of one small video, which is say for half an hour. And then actually recording part of it. The recording where you are testing your voice, your ability to face the camera. Sometimes you get nervous. It really requires a large amount of practice and rehearsing, and how videos are developed. And this is where the producer and the director and the cameraman, they train you for a while, and then only you are able to go and face the camera in studio. And then editing, sometimes the times are difficult, so they want you to sit. Otherwise, in the initial videos, you will have a lot of interruptions. You cut it, and then next sentence and all these things. So sometimes the speaker, like we speak in the class, we have a continuity, and these kind of things we have, but then there it is not acceptable. So editing removes all this. Now, the discussion part of it is the list of modules. How do you make a list of modules? Usually for an annual course, it is 40 modules. For a semester, it is around 23 modules. And how do you make a list? How you spread modules over weeks. Say module 1 is introduction, that can be run for week 1. Number 2 is okay for week 2. But module number 3 is something important. You require 2 weeks to understand that topic. So week 3 and week 4, you will run module 3 only. This has to be done by the course coordinator along with the SMEs. And then the word limit. How much do you see? In sometimes sciences, particularly physics and all, sometimes you have a 1-page module because there is a theorem or a derivation or something like that. And it requires too much of practicing by the learner. So not necessary 3,500, but depending upon the content, you make it. Then number of self-assessment questions we have already discussed, web links and videos. So this is end of my presentation. If in case there are some questions, I am happy to take them. I'll share this because I have skipped much of it. It's lunchtime. I know many of you might have been thinking of going out for lunch, but then I'll share this presentation, and many of these things are available on SWAYAM platform. Over to Sonu. Sonu.
Thank you very much, Sheetal ji, for this nice and informative presentation. And I think like many of us now will be interesting to developing such kind of e-content so that we can cope up with such kind of situation like as today we are having. And you rightly said, like, that if you if you sweat like during the peacetime,
If
then
you
you'll bleed less during the wartime. It's really nice to hear this thing from you. Yes, you have questions, a lot of questions from the participants. Like, first question is from Dr. Surinandani Narayan. She is asking, please let us know about the Arpit refresher course. There are none available for enrollment at present.
Yes, Arpit is in fact, this is for refresher courses for teachers, and JNU is also going to develop 2-3 courses, and there is a team which has been identified to do. I may or may not be part of that team, but then the courses are going to come into existence. There was some work, but Nandini, the thing is that it's such a I won't say it's unwieldy, but then it's such a big project that you really require time to do it. When it was launched in 2015, it was thought that within 6 months of time we'll do it. Absolutely not. When when the ball started rolling, it was realized that it's a massive task to identify a course, 40 modules, many writers, reviewers, production teams, and all that. So then it was shifted for another year. So that is why Arpit has been launched, but some of the courses were passed in the month of last year around October, and they were giving deadlines for production of courses till Feb. But since this lockdown happened, and I don't know, much of this has been put into ice now, and it will certainly come, but in due course of time, because we have to deliver quality content for refresher courses. That is why.
Next question is from Dr. Anup Kumar Das. Is asking, like, Dr. Sheetal Sharma, NTA notified postponement of 6 SWAYAM Arpit courses, including 3 courses from JNU. Why so? Is there any plan to revival of the same?
Yes, I think this is on Arpit only, the courses.
Yeah, this is on our 6 SWAYAM Arpit course.
That's the thing, that we were not able to constitute the team on time. I'm answering. I'm not supposed to answer this, but I'm answering on the behalf of the person concerned, who is coordinator of Arpit courses in JNU. And the thing is that we could not constitute the team, and the team which was constituted could not identify, and the courses were passed. The outline was passed, but then developing the package itself is very time consuming, and that is why we could not offer. My apologies on behalf of my institution, but they will be soon launched. Rest assured, yes.
Next question is from Dr. Aprajita Kashyap, and the question is, few clarification. Could subject matter experts be retired professors based on abroad, or subject experts involved in delivery of content?
They are not necessarily retired professors. They are working professors, as I'm also one of the SMEs. And there are a couple of people from all over. It is up to actually National Resource Coordinator they identify. Say, for instance, my experience with NCRT was that somebody identified me as a course or as a subject matter expert because I was associated with digitization of books. So it was easy transition for me to move from digitization to SWAYAM platform. Similarly, the NRCs, the National Resource Coordinators, identify that who can they invite as a subject matter expert. It can be anybody. It is not necessary.
It can be retired professor also.
It can be retired professors also, and it can be a young immediate joinee also,
Okay.
That's how.
Okay. Then next question is from Professor Kutubuddin. Is asking, like, don't you think the government should opt uniform permanent system of online teaching like SWAYAM and MOOCs to face such kind of situation in future to avoid such security concern?
Absolutely. I said that there is no security concern, number one, in this. Second, it's certified. Number three is that it's not a kind of knee-jerk reaction where we have to immediately find out solution to the things or the problems that we are facing. And the course is already there. I tell you one thing very honestly, my sociology and political science course, NCRT, if in case you want to access these channels, is all there. Even if students do not go to these 2 subject classes because of lockdown for the entire year, the course is ready. It is taught as the way you teach in the class with all the AV content. So it's actually, Kutub, you are very right in saying that there has to be a uniformity. Yes, of course, there are differences in terms of engineering has a different way of presenting, management has different styles, but then the basic structure, the basic framework remains common for all. and this is it must be developed now. Seeing suddenly, Swayam becomes so relevant for us today that if in case lockdown gets extended for 6 months, students will not be suffering in terms of their studies for 11th and 12th.
Next question comes from Dr. Surendra Jadhav. He says, at what time the advertisement comes or proposals are invited by these agencies?
The proposals are invited all through the year. What you have to do, if you think, see, there's one thing I make very clear. One course coordinator has a team of number of module writers working with you, because it was thought that it is not possible for one individual to write all the 40 modules. So you need a team. Plus there is a payment part associated with it. So they do not pay for more than 8 modules, even if you are directly, indirectly involved in writing the module. Now what? Suppose you have a team of 5 module writers working with you. I generally propose an idea to you. Suppose in my university, along with, say, my IR department, European Studies, International Relations, Sociology, and Linguistics, if we think of a very unified course, say in history, European history, which includes France, Germany, and all these area studies also, and sociology also, I invite 5-10 people. We sit together, design a course, and then identify the modules, the topics of the modules, some amount of details of these modules, and distribute the task among, say, 9 or 10 of us, depending upon that, and make a small introductory video. If I'll run an introductory video in the background, and you may get an idea about that, how introductory videos are also created. So what we can do is propose this course, and the agency or the NRC to which we propose this course tends to take a call on that. Okay, is this course worthy of say running or not? And if in case they like this course, they'll ask you to develop it. And when you develop it, you can actually with a combined effort of faculty members in that, see, in this particular course I have enrolled 1196 people. This is complete now, and this is a short 2-minute, I think 2 or 3 minutes.
Welcome friends. This is an introduction to the course for subject of between the treatment of boys and
suppose this is it, where
sociology.
Yes. So this is an introductory video, how you introduce. The background is something which is common for all MOOC courses. It's not like that, only say for instance, I design it or anybody else. This is a common plate. It is called in a technical sense a plate, where the color scheme, blue, black, gray, everything is uniform, decided by the NRCs.
Okay, now Sanjeev Kumarji has added some information, like MOOCs and on Swayam platform is available in project mode. Only PIS will have opportunity, but universities like us, where all faculty members would like to have a local LMS model, where all our faculty members may get chance to taste and use. Thank you, Sanjeev ji, for this information. And next question is from Dr. Rupesh Kumar, who is asking, can you please tell us some orientation program provided by Swayam platform?
Orientation by Swayam, I don't know. I'm not very sure about it. But then the website itself, if you can see the screen, this has all the information about the national coordinators, the course coordinator, NRCs. And if you go on to, and I must tell you that only couple of NRCs are very active. Rest have not uploaded many courses. So this is it. And I have downloaded some more material for you. This is our UGC guidelines, and it talks about that how MOOCs are important for us. See, everywhere it says 10 MOOCs, at least modules are required for API and all that. So it's a basically win-win situation for all. It's a advantage or benefit for us, for our professional development, for APIs, for getting connected to students and producing a learning material which is available throughout the life for everybody. So that's how I see it.
Another question is from Dr. Balaji Birajdar. This is that do contributors, say a faculty member, earn any revenue or get any honorarium for this?
Yes, you get honorarium and revenue for this. And why I say this is that, yes, of course, when you are working so hard, you are going to get some money. And I'm telling you roughly, the money from HRD is being sent to people, to national resource coordinators, and then they have their own template of distributing this money, and the money is distributed for writing e-content. This is for, as a e-content writer, you will get money, as a reviewer, you will get money, and as a presenter on video, you get money. And I can share only NCRT figures with you. Rest, there are differences in the way different NRCs, they distribute money.
One more question. Yeah.
If you can see this on the left hand side, I'm showing one portal, this website, and you can see these lectures which were part of the digitization of books, and now these lectures are going to come on Tata Sky and all that. And I would request, this also gives me a platform for generating awareness regarding NROER, National Repository of Educational Resources. My friends, if in case developing a module and going on SWAYAM is going to take some time, kindly go to NROER. I'll write it, NROER. This is called as National Repository of Educational Resources, NROER, National Repository of Educational Resources. Once again, if you want to test or try, if you want to give a try to how beautifully or how well you can, and what are the challenges involved in developing MOOCs and all that, you can actually record a 5-minute small short video on any topic that you like and upload it as a contributor on NROER. SWAYAM requires a long, professional and institutional mechanism to get the course passed and then have a team and then review and this and this. But NROER in some circumstances gives you a direct access to uploading your material. And then there you can try that what are the challenges involved. You will test it yourself. Make a video on any topic that you consider to be your best forte or area for 5 minutes and then upload it. You will understand many of the things yourself.
Okay, Professor Kutubuddin is asking once again, like how can school kids maybe benefit from MOOCs or SWAYAM?
So, Kutub, as you can see on the screen shared, Sociology 11 Part 1, Sociology 12 Part 1. Now, what is 11 and 12? These are class 11 and 12 only. Part 1 is that in class 11 you have 2 books. So, I'm currently coordinating 2 courses of book 1 and book 1 of class 11 and class 12. And from 9th class onwards, this is available. 8 and below, it's not there. 9th onwards, the courses are being developed. And yes, if you have a child who is in class 11 or 12 studying sociology or political science, these lectures are there. There are very good lectures. I'll just show you that what is available. If you click onto NCRT, and I'll show you what courses are available. See, there are 8. A partnering institution completed courses 75, students enrolled 75,000. And then if you look at the courses catalog here in the end, I'll just show you. Accountancy, biology, business studies, chemistry, economics, food nutrition, geography, mathematics, physics, psychology, sociology, and sociology. These 2 courses are being run by me, and rest you can have this information. Say like psychology, Dr. Prabhat is there, Anuradha Mathur she's very, very experienced physics professor, and she's running, see, all 4 courses in physics are being run by Professor Anuradha Mathur. And yes, it's amazing to be part of this team of learned people.
Sanjeev ji has added some more information. Like he says that I would suggest we should have a similar type of guidelines as like SWAYAM for local LMS, and also think for the input and investments, etc. in the local system. It may be started with few steps initially in a phased manner, including very small incentives to motivate faculty members to invest their time and efforts. So you're getting a lot of compliments, and more than I think 80 messages you're getting as as thanks or that various kind of questions are here. Like one question is from Dr. Rani, who says that no UGC orientation course is conducted online, only a refresher course. Okay, that's just additional information. I'm just going through if there are few other questions.
I hope
a lot of messages.
The presentation was useful for my colleagues, because this information is not very easily available. So I thought that thanks to Professor Shandar and Sonu for inviting me to be part of this group, so that I could tell my colleagues that they can also be part of this. And I'm always there to clarify any doubt which is related to Swayam, because I'm speaking on the basis of last 8 years of experience of being associated with this. With digitization, I started in 2012, and 2015 onwards with Swayam. So please feel free to contact me on any doubt that you have.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sheetalji. I think from the comments and all, we are getting this feeling like everything was clear, and then they are all thankful to you for this wonderful presentation.
My pleasure.
Yeah. To you, Shandar, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. And I usually, for the sessions close to lunch, I often recite this couplet, and I'll just, after a long day of work, I would like to entertain you with that couplet.
So can you speak a bit louder?
वक्त दो ही कठिन गुजरे हैं मुझ पे उम्र में, एक तेरे जाने से पहले, एक तेरे आने के बाद, एक तेरे आने से पहले, तेरे जाने के बाद. So what I'm talking about here is lunch, not about any individual. So the time before lunch is a difficult time, but it was so captivating, and many our speakers did a wonderful job, and I should first thank them for being part of this and being available at a very short notice. I thank the convener, Dr. Sonu Seni, the speakers, all the speakers, and Sheetal close to lunchtime, and all of them agreed. So in a matter of a couple of days, we prepared these presentations, and it has been a wonderful experience working with you people, and your active participation, your questions, and you were sitting through it. Usually in a physical conferences also, where about half of the participants disappear after the registration. But this workshop has been very good. Most of the people are present. Even we have 70% attendance until this even to listen to my last boring comment of closing it down. So thank you, everybody. I hope you people learned. We will look forward to your feedback. You have an email address by the name of Wetom at jnu.ac.in. You can continue to to send the flow of your comments, and we will be in touch with you with any follow-up material like the slides and all that speakers would like to share with you. Thank you very much. If any other speaker wants to say any word or any specific comment about the workshop, we can take 1 or 2 comments.
Okay, before our speakers raise their hands, I would just like to thank Professor Shandar for inviting me, and Dr. Sandesha Rayappa for just informing all these kind of resources to Professor Shandar and to us also. And I would also like to thank our speakers. Even I also learned, and today it was a wonderful experience for me also to see how the science is working. Science people are working. It's not that easy to have such kind of glimpse. But today we were lucky to have such kind of glimpse. And thank you very much our wonderful participants who were there, of course, with a lot of patience. And of course, there are situations when that you do not want to leave, but and then some things like lunch is waiting for now, or maybe some of us have to cook our lunch on our own, and then still we are here connected on this platform. So thank you very much. And of course, there are a lot of questions about certificates. So please do not worry about that certificate portion part. That will be sent to you. And we also, as we promised, that we'll share the material and PPTs shared by the respective speakers to us. Then we'll forward it to you. And of course, thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you can raise your hand, and then we can give you a mic. Because a lot of comments and compliments are coming in the chat box. Yeah, Sandesha ji wanted to say something. Okay, Sandesha ji, to you. Yes. We are unmuting Sundarshini and yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So first of all, thank you, sir. I mean, it was a wonderful opportunity to get to hear such wonderful speakers. We learned a lot. I'm sure the other participants are going to say the same. I just wanted to request everybody, if you could, I mean, I could like to request both you, Shanta sir, as well as Sonu sir, to kindly unmute everybody. We would like to clap for all of you. You've done so much of amazing work. So please unmute us just for a second or two.
We will do that. Like now, if, Professor Kutubuddin wanted to say something. Yes, over to you, sir.
Yes,
Kutubuddin, sir.
Thank you very much, Professor Shandar and Dr. Sonu, for organizing such a beautiful program. First time in my life, I saw such kind of successful program. So credit goes to you, or organizer.
You have a long time to go.
Yes, and just I wanted to request you that such kind of program should be organized even after lockdown, so that we can be fully armed with these kind of arms to face such kind of situation. Thank you very much and looking forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Surendra Jadhav ji, to you.
Hello, sir. I just want to know that I want to be a part of your next workshop. So if you have any chance
to the mic, I think we cannot
hello
hear.
Hello,
can you speak loudly, please?
Yeah, sir, thank you very much for this wonderful sessions, workshops, and I would like to be a part of your next activity. So whenever you organize workshops or seminar that are online, so please inform us so we can be a part of it.
Sure.
It's a wonderful
We'll do.
experience
We'll
for us.
inform you.
Yeah, thank you
We'll
very
inform
much.
all our participants.
Yes, thank you.
Participants mailing list. So in future, if we organize any program and be a part of this, we would like to send to all of you the information, so you can use it and pass it on to others.
Professor Poonam Mehta wanted to say something. Yes, to you.
I'll just be brief. I know everybody has to run for lunch, but yeah, it was really a very, very informative and very useful exercise. And I hope, and it's not feeling like a weekend or something. Everybody is like geared, hooked to the computers. So we got a glimpse of things, and I think it's we at least now know who is the go-to person, who is the person to ask questions. So I think all the speakers are going to get a bombardment of questions. So it was really wonderful, and Sheetal, your presentation was excellent as always. So
thank
yeah,
you,
and I think we should continue this effort in future also. Thanks. Congratulations to the organizers. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now I think we'll be unmuting you all, and then you may we can have a big round of applause for this wonderful session. So now you all are unmuted. All are unmuted now. We can have the great view.
Well done, well done, well done, sir.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you all of you. And
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Home. Stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye.
Okay, thank you everybody. Finally, and now I'll.
Bye bye.
Professor Chandar, like you can now end the meeting for all, so that the meeting is officially over.
Yeah, I'll end the meeting.